Hi there, and in today's blog, I want to talk about the difficulty that some people have in keeping up a daily practice and extending their meditation sessions. So, I've obviously been teaching meditation now for 20 or 30 years, and some people take to meditation very well and practice every day. I would say the majority struggle. And it's always perplexed me that there's so much benefit in keeping up a daily practice of meditation. It's a wonder why people give it up. And so this is an ongoing issue for not only me, but many meditation teachers around the world. And I want to discuss an aspect of development which I believe is crucial to this very problem, is why you can't meditate. So there's an area of psychology called spiral dynamics, which maps how a human being goes through certain levels. It was developed by Cohen and another guy, Don Beck, and also Ken Wilber, if you want to go and Google search and find more information on spiral dynamics. But basically, you go through several stages. One and two are fairly basic, sort of. Um, One is survival, two is kind of tribal. Number three, we don't see many of those in the world. Number three is kind of more dominant. So people who use domination, I mean, Vladimir Putin is one example, to rule their world. So people who are a bit predisposed to violence, that sort of thing. The next level is obedience, where we follow the laws. The next one is entrepreneurship, where we try to bend the rules to suit our purposes. Number six is kind of sharing, where we look after the group, and so on. It goes, and often you can categorize people into one of these levels, or especially in certain contexts. Like you can see that they exhibit number three type qualities in one area of life, etc. Now, what happens is as a human being, and even as a society, actually, we develop through these levels. And where it becomes important in meditation is meditation. If you want the bliss of meditation, the rapture, the peace that we talk about, then that is blocked by certain um, negative views or particular views about the world. And these views can be summed up very, very well, I think, in these particular levels. And what's interesting is in order to get to the higher levels where meditation is more effective, we need to work through all of those previous levels. So if we're at a three, we need to go to a four and then a five and then a six. And it's not until we get to about a seven that meditation really sort of takes off. Now, that's not to say that meditation is not a benefit at those earlier stages. It's just that the way the mind works and the sort of the way the patterns of the mind that are being dealt with at that early stage, like for example, using dominance and violence to sort of force your way in the world, doesn't really lend itself to this open flow of just accepting what is and going into a meditative state. So we need to develop through that, but we can't go from level three right up to level seven. We have to work step by step up the levels. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go into too much detail on the levels. I gave you a little bit of an introduction. You can study that more. But what I will say is this is where coaching and all sorts of therapy are crucial in speeding up the pace to be able to get to a level of mind which is not only happier and more productive for yourself, but also more amenable to good meditation states. So I hope this is good food for thought in this blog, and let me know what you think. Email me or put your thoughts in the comments below, and I would love to hear if anyone believes that this might be able to help them and put into perspective why they've tried meditation and it didn't work. So thank you very much for listening.